Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, this had better be good, and you would expect this to be good even by Nigerian standards. So alarming is the backstory to this. So now sit back now and let us be entertained as guys I bring you this. Why I met with APC leaders, Fani Kayode releases details. So of course, a video that I've just now done, you should have seen that video because I'm intending to upload it before this. So this is a sequel to that. So now Fani Kayode, if you haven't watched that video, has been caught suddenly now having meetings and discussions with the highest of the echelons of the APC party, the party chairperson Mia Malabuni and the party's golden boy Yaya Bello, all converged in a Wuse residence, some mansion in Wuse, no doubt, and at the center of that meeting, the bride of the day was Fani Kayode. So this was reported copiously with photographic evidence to go with it. And here is now Fani Kayode now coming out to tell us why exactly he's meeting with the APC. So this is why I am expecting that this has to be good, even by the Nigerian capacity for obfuscation and lies telling and spinning something. This has to be extraordinary now, what we are expecting to hear from this guy now. As again, why I met with APC leaders, Fani Kayode releases details. So now let's now see now what the former aviation minister has to say. Former Minister of Aviation Femi Fani Kayode has said that his meeting with some leaders of the All Progressive Congress was to discuss the state of the nation, national issues, party politics, and the way forward. So already we can abandon it there. So this sounds very much like a dollar grab to me, and I am minded to insert a video that Fani Kayode did on this APC party not that long ago. Actually, I might well insert it at this point, and if I'm intending to insert it, then you should see it here. But if I'm not inserting it, we can carry on anyway, because this guy is a very lost and a relentless critic of this party. He spit so much venom about the APC, calling them all manners of invectives that you almost even feel embarrassed, even you that you're an ardent hater, I have to say, even you as an ardent hater or a strong opponent, an opposition person to the APC, even you sometimes you balk at some of the languages that Fani Kayode uses to describe these people. Some of the descriptive are just borderline rude, and some of them are actually outrightly rude and ill-mannered. This is the amount of rage that these people engender within Fani Kayode. But alas, politics, money politics as it is played in Nigeria, is what you're seeing now being played out right in front of you. We carry on. Fani Kayode had yesterday met with the national chairman of the APC, Governor Mia Malabuni of Yobe State, and Governor Yaya Bello of Kogi State. Pictures from the meeting had sparked the controversy that Fani Kayode, a member of the People's Democratic Party, was on the verge of the campaign to the APC, which is an ardent critic of. So an ardent critic of is the mildest form of a descriptive for how Fani Kayode opposes these people. He just shakes with rage anytime he mentions the APC party. But then we have to remember that Fani Kayode was actually APC just a few years ago, and then of course he decamped to PDP, where the dollars was plentiful, and is now decamping back to APC. It looks like, where the dollars now are plentiful. We carry on. In a statement issued on his official Twitter handle on Tuesday, Fani Kayode said the meeting with the APC leadership was to build bridges, join hands across political divides and regional lines to save Nigeria from drifting into civil war. So it's just, I'm just astonished and I'm alarmed, and just this one jars me slightly, not because I have any particular faith or trust in Fani Kayode, but you thought he had gone too far down the line in some of the ways that he has abused these people, and some of the associations that he has formed with people like Odumake, Nnamdi Kanu, and the Middle Belt protesters, and all of these now people that are committed entirely, that have rather committed entirely their life to almost to the death opposition of these people. These are the people that Fani Kayode has been parleying with, that will go to the east and raise hands with Nnamdi Kanu and call Nnamdi Kanu his brother. The only thing more shocking for me, and I am speaking personally now, the only thing that will be more shocking for me is to have a picture released of Malam Buhari and Nnamdi Kanu sitting together and drinking tea. That is the only thing that would dwarf now this imagery and this presentation that we're seeing on your screen now, that Fani Kayode now is now in the process of decamping to the APC. We carry on. He also said that he is in talks with the leaders of other political parties aside the ruling APC. He said, "Yesterday, I had the honor and privilege of having a very productive and important meeting with the national chairman of the APC, Governor Mala Buni of Yobe State, and Governor Yaya Bello of Kogi State. We discussed the state of the nation, national issues, party politics, and the way forward. These meetings are wide-ranging and ongoing, and I am delighted to be involved in them. Despite the obvious benefits and wisdom in this noble initiative, it amazes me that some people should feel that it is wrong for me to sit with other leaders in the country to discuss issues which touch and concern the national cohesion, future, and stability of our country. This is a time in which we must set aside our differences, build bridges, and come together as one, lest our country drift into fratricidal butchery and civil war. It is right and proper for us to talk and to attempt to join hands across political, religious, and regional lines to save Nigeria. I can and will never compromise or jettison my core fundamental principles." So that should be can't, but then of course that's a Freudian slip right there, because he did actually say can, which I'm assuming he meant to say can't, but then of course in the inner recesses of his mind he's actually meaning can, and that is how it came out. So I can and will never compromise or jettison my core fundamental principles for any reason, and I stand firmly on my honestly held opinion that we need to enthrone equity, justice, and fairness in this country for it to survive. I also believe in restructuring the country and in a vigorous and effective fight against terrorism. The fact that I am in talks with the leaders from a cross-section of political parties, including the ruling party, does not in any way derogate from this, and does not mean that I will ever change those views. The next few months will be critical in terms of whether or not our country will survive as one, and I believe that if we want it to be so, dialogue, building bridges, and collaborations, even with those that you may disagree on some issues, is vital and inevitable. That was the purpose of our meeting. Permit me to add the following for the record. I will always stand for justice, and I will never cease to oppose evil. Yet the greatest evil that we are confronted with today is the prospects of a second civil war. Despite our differences, as leaders and statesmen, we must all sheathe our swords and ensure that we never go down that path. May God help our country and may He guide us all. It had previously been reported that recent meeting between Fani Kayode and the governor of Kogi State Yaya Bello of the APC generated a lot of reactions and comments amongst Nigerians on social media. It was reported that many citizens on Twitter believed that Fani Kayode's claim that the visit provided a frank, candid, fruitful, and productive discussion about Nigeria was nothing but wishful thinking. Others felt that this is just the duo playing to the gallery and trying to make people believe that they are serious about the nation's myriad of challenges and the way out of them. A Twitter subscriber, Nwachuku, fumed over the untold plight of the masses who voted the current administration into power but are living in abject poverty. In a related report, Governor Yaya Bello was getting a lot of heat after his meeting with the former aviation minister Fani Kayode. One of those who are fuming over the recent meeting is Dino Melaye, a former senator from the same state, reacting to the tweet in which Fani Kayode disclosed the meeting. Melaye blasted the governor and claimed that he is only trying to further deceive and distract the people of Kogi State. Also, Bashir Ahmed, the personal assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on new media, has frowned at the report. He wrote, "If he decides to join the governing party, I don't think he will be welcome by the majority of the party members who he made it a duty to attack and insult for several years." So it's just a complex thing, really. So this Bashir Ahmed, of course, he is just an idiot because he doesn't really, is talking out of his ass, as they say. You know, this is just some minion who should be making tea, because the meeting that Fani Kayode had with the APC, he did not have it with the clerk in his local ward of the APC party. He did not have it. I don't, where is it from? Is it from Abeokuta or something? He did not have the meeting with the clerk in the satellite office in Ward 1 in Abeokuta Central or wherever. No, he had that meeting with the APC caretaker chairman, Mia Malabuni, and the APC's foremost person in terms, their golden boy in effect, Yaya Bello, who has also, by the way, been touting himself as a possible candidate for 2023. So two of the perhaps four highest profile APC members, because if you take Malam Buhari and then you take Tinubu, then you are talking the party chairman, obviously, and their golden light is Yaya Bello. So this Bashir, whatever his name is, saying that he would not be welcomed by the majority because he has abused them, he is just an idiot and he doesn't really know anything. So we can discount him, but really what we have to account is this meeting now that is taking place between Fani Kayode and the APC. This is really alarming stuff, and this is the sort of stuff, by the way, that makes Nigerians lose hope in the entirety of the structure and the system. This is picture perfect with pictorial evidence and words coming out of the horse's mouth. This is proof positive, and this is the categorical golden plate of the standard by which Nigerians say they are all the same. So this is exactly what people mean when they say they are all the same. APC, PDP, DPD, and XYZ, they are all the same. It is as it always has been, and as it remains, and to the future will be. It is the people against the politicians. That is just the divide in Nigeria, because there's no politics. That is a partisan politics in Nigeria. Atiku and Tinubu, they are the best of friends. They are exchanging gifts, including giving each other cars. This is a friendship that has been going on for 40 odd years. So some silly little thing like APC PDP is not coming between that. This Fani Kayode and Buhari, they were pals at some point when he used to muck around with El Rufai, and they will go on. So they are all the same, and this is exactly the point. If a person like the only thing that will dwarf that is if you saw Omoyele Sowore going to the APC center and inviting cameras to come and show him registering for the party. That would be the only thing that would dwarf that. That alongside with Malam Buhari and Nnamdi Kanu sitting together in some plush environment, sharing cake and tea and having a laugh. That is the only thing that can surpass this, because this is one of the most alarming things yet to emerge out of the Nigerian political space. Am I being too hyperbolic, though, is the question, and am I getting too carried away? Have I weighed too much expectation on somebody as whimsical and flimsy as Fani Kayode, or am I right to be this angst about it? Come share thoughts. But before you come into the comment section to engage, click on the red subscribe button so it turns grey. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, Femi Fani Kayode, it looks as though he's about to cross the carpet yet again. This alarms me, but does it alarm you? Come share thoughts. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.